Have you ever been told that your dreams are too big, that what you want is out of reach? Maybe it wasn't said directly, but you felt it in the way people looked at you, in their hesitation, their quiet disbelief. They smiled, but you could see it in their eyes. They didn't think you could do it, and a part of you started to wonder they were right. If maybe, just maybe, you were chasing something that wasn't meant for you. But here's the truth they never told you. The world doesn't limit you, people do. They measure your potential through the lens of their own fears, their own failures, their own lack of courage. They gave up on themselves a long time ago, and now they want you to do the same, because if you rise, you remind them of what they could have been. You become a mirror they don't want to look into. And that's why they'll tell you it's impossible. That's why they'll laugh at your plans, question your choices, and doubt your vision. They want you to play small because it makes them feel safe. But deep down, you know you weren't built for a small life. You weren't meant to blend in, to follow the same path, to silence your voice just to fit their comfort. That fire inside you is not random. It's not foolish. It's your calling. The reason you can't let go of your dream, even when everything seems to be falling apart, is because it was never just a dream. It's your purpose trying to break through the noise. Think about it. Every person who ever achieved something extraordinary was told they couldn't. Every inventor, every artist, every leader, every fighter, they all heard the same words: it's not possible. You'll never make it. You're wasting your time. And yet they did it anyway. They pushed through the rejection, the doubt, the loneliness. They built something out of nothing, not because they were chosen, but because they chose themselves. That's what this is really about. Choosing yourself when no one else does. Believing in your vision when everyone walks away. Holding on to your faith when the world tries to tear it apart. Because the moment you decide that their opinions don't define you, everything changes. You stop waiting for approval. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop living like a prisoner to their expectations. It's not supposed to be easy. The road to your goals will test every part of you. You'll question your worth, your strength, your sanity. There will be days when you'll feel like you're standing still, when nothing seems to work, when the silence feels heavier than failure itself. But that's where most people quit. That's where they give up, and that's exactly where you can rise. Every struggle you face is shaping you. Every no is building your resilience. Every delay is preparing you for the moment when everything finally clicks. You may not see it now, but every step, every tear, every sleepless night, it's leading you somewhere, and one day you'll look back and realize that the pain had a purpose. It made you unstoppable. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't achieve your goals. Not your friends, not your family, not your own fear. The only thing that can stop you is the story you tell yourself. So rewrite it. Replace I can't with I will. Replace doubt with discipline. Replace fear with faith. Because you don't need to be the smartest, the strongest, or the most talented. You just need to refuse to quit. When they tell you you're dreaming too big, keep dreaming. When they tell you it's not possible, show them what happens when it is. Let their disbelief become your motivation. Let their silence become your strength. You have one life, and it's yours to create. So go after it with everything you have. Prove to yourself that you were never asking for too much. You were just surrounded by people who settled for too little. The world belongs to those who dare, so dare to believe, dare to try again, dare to rise when everything falls apart. Because one day the same people who doubted you will tell everyone how they knew you all along. But you'll know the truth. It was never their belief that made it possible. It was yours. You've been underestimated before. They looked at you and saw limits. They saw someone ordinary, someone who would eventually give up. But they don't know what you carry inside you. They don't know how many times you've stood in silence, holding back tears, promising yourself that you won't let this be the end. They don't know about the nights you've spent replaying every mistake, wondering if it's still worth it. But somewhere deep inside, a small voice keeps whispering, keep going. And that voice is the reason you're still here. That voice is your power. It's the one thing they can't take away. It doesn't need permission to speak. It doesn't need validation to be real. It's your truth, the one that refuses to die, no matter how many times life tries to bury it. You've fallen before, but you always got back up. You've failed, but you kept learning. Every scar on your soul tells a story of someone who refused to break. That's what strength really is. Not perfection, not fearlessness, but persistence when it hurts the most. You don't need the world to believe in you. You just need to believe long enough for the world to notice. Because belief is contagious. It shifts energy. opens doors and changes what's possible. The people who once doubted you will start to wonder how you did it. They'll call it luck, timing, destiny, but you'll know it was none of that. It was consistency. It was showing up when no one was watching. It was doing the work when no one cared. It was choosing faith over fear again and again. There will always be resistance. The moment you decide to rise, life will test your resolve. It will throw distractions, delays, disappointments. It will try to convince you that the dream isn't worth the pain. But that's when you remind yourself, nothing worth having ever comes easy. Every struggle is shaping the version of you that can handle the success you're asking for. The challenge isn't a sign to stop. It's a sign that you're getting closer. You can't let fear win. Fear will whisper every lie it can. It will tell you that you're not ready, not talented enough, not lucky enough. But fear doesn't exist in reality. It lives in your imagination. It's the story you tell yourself before you even try. You have to face it, walk through it, and prove to yourself that courage was there all along. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's deciding to move forward despite it. The time you spend doubting yourself could have been the time you used to build your future. You already have everything you need. Your mind, your heart, your will. That's what separates those who make it from those who quit. Not resources, not talent, just the decision to keep moving when it hurts. And every time you do, you become stronger, sharper, more focused. Imagine where you could be if you stopped holding yourself back, if you stopped waiting for the right moment, the right support, the perfect plan. The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. The right time is when you decide. The right moment is now. You can't keep waiting for life to hand you permission. It never will. You have to take it. Every dream you have is proof of what's possible for you. It was placed in your mind for a reason. It's not random. It's not wishful thinking. It's a glimpse of who you're meant to become. But to reach it, you have to become the version of yourself who stops running from discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in safety. It happens in risk, in trying again, in choosing to believe even when you have no guarantees. One day, everything will make sense. The struggle, the silence, the rejection, it will all align. You'll see that every obstacle was a lesson, every loss a redirection, every delay a blessing. The world will look at your success and call it sudden, but you'll know it wasn't. You'll know it was built from every unseen effort, every quiet decision to keep going. So keep pushing, keep building, keep believing, because no one can define your limits except you. The world only reflects what you decide to accept. Stop accepting less than what you deserve. Stop apologizing for wanting more. You're not here to fit in, you're here to rise. And when you finally do, the same people who said you couldn't will tell everyone how they always knew you would.